Welcome to the Choppin It Up podcast featuring your boy Jordan.
What up, what up? It's your boy Eric.
And we're back at it with episode number 11. Yo, so Eric, bro, what are we chopping it up about today?
So today we're going to get into a weird space.
Uh-oh.
Get into the mysteriousness of the music industry.
Uh-oh.
That's right. I'm talking about conspiracies.
Conspiracies. I think that's the word that we use a lot for anything that comes around in the industry or whatever it is. People immediately go to conspiracies, bro, when it comes to people that has died or whatever is going on about a celebrity. It's all about the conspiracies, and I can't stand it.
I also am not a huge fan of conspiracies because they make everything seem more than what it actually is.
No, for sure. No, and people just go straight into it, bro. It's like, yo, sometimes people, celebrities are human beings, bro. They have they have their issues. They have whatever, and they die, and it's just they die. There's no government that's involved. There's nothing. They just
or
passed
is
away.
There?
See, that's what I'm saying, bro. You always, man, don't do that. But low key, but don't do that.
Yeah, that's exactly what we're here to talk about. But is there? But
no, that's the thing, though. Like, we'll never know the answers because we don't know who they are as a person.
Well, that's true. But,
and we weren't there when they passed away.
There's people that, know him or whatever. But there's also, there's different things. There's different things out there. There's different music conspiracies. And some of them that, when we were doing our research, I found some that I was really surprised by that were even a thing or just that really blew my mind that people actually think this is legit.
Okay.
So I'll just dive into the first one. This one, I had zero knowledge about, zero things I knew about this subject. I saw it and I was like, what? But this didn't make sense. It didn't make sense.
This didn't make sense
when I saw the title. So there is a David Bowie and Kanye West theory saying that according to the conspiracy, his destiny is to become one of the music's most innovative figures was determined a long time ago. Like back in the day whenever David Bowie was putting out music. Actually starts off on June 6th, 1972. David Bowie released an album called The Rise and Fall of Ziggy Stardust and the Spiders from Mars.
Boy, heck no.
So the first thing that conspiracists kind of saw was that there's the album cover for David Bowie's album. He's posing under this big old sign that says K. West.
I mean, what if it just was like
a coincidence?
Yeah, a coincidence. Like K stands for I don't know, and then the West is like the direction of where the place is. I don't know.
Calvin West.
Yeah, with the K.
And so, it doesn't stop there. The theory goes much deeper, and looking further into it, people were looking at Bowie's album, and he had the very first song on it is a song called 5 Years, in which he depicts the end of the world unless a savior, a starman, is born. And guess what happened 5 years later?
Oh, my goodness. Kanye West was born. 5
years and 2 days later, on June 8th, 1977, Kanye West is born.
I mean, technically, it's false because it was 2 days later, so therefore, it's not a coincidence.
I think there's like a, give or take,
Man, give it thing. Man, please. Okay, all right. So here's the thing.
So.
Okay, hold on. I got a question. All right. So pretty much, David Bowie.
Yes.
He basically said Kanye will be born 5 years later, right?
Yes, according to this theory.
And basically, he was kind of saying that this is who Kanye West is going to be.
Yes.
He's going to be who he is
savior,
now.
Yes.
Okay.
Savior of music.
Okay.
And so, of course, David Bowie predicts that Kanye is going to be born 5 years later.
Right.
And actually, in an interview in 1974, David Bowie gave an oddly prophetic description of how his alter ego, Ziggy Stardust, eventually leaves this earth. In a quote from the interview, he says, "As soon as Ziggy dies on stage, the infinites take his elements and make themselves visible." which,
Mm-mm.
I mean, I don't know
Yeah.
what that could possibly mean, but I guess it means that, like, whenever he dies, someone is going to take that mantle. And so, fittingly, when the rock icon passed away on January 10th, 2016, Kanye West was one of the first artists to commemorate him, tweeting just an hour after the official Facebook announcement of Bowie's death. Kanye tweeted, and it said, "David Bowie was one of the most important inspirations, so fearless, so creative. He gave us magic for a lifetime." So, apparently to Kanye, David Bowie was really big in his influences on music. So, of course, as soon as he tweeted that, it inspired a Reddit user to revive the conspiracy. This time, of course, with some updates after all these years that this conspiracy has been brought up, which I think initially was in like 2006 or something like that. Yeah. So, of course, the theorist points out that Bowie's final album, Black Star, that it's not so thinly veiled confirmation that West is the chosen successor. So, kind of some of the details that they added is that first, of course, the rapper is literally a black star. I mean, he's a black. Yeah,
he's black and he's an artist, so he's a star.
And then the second
I'm shocked.
The second kind of thing that they added was the first track on the album has some eerily revealing lyrics.
Okay.
It says, "Something happened on the day he died. Spirit rose, a meter stepped aside. I'm a black star." I guess they looked into it and thought, this means Kanye is going to be taking this mantle. Then, going into the theory a little bit further, there's a third track on Black Star called Lazarus, which, of course, is a nod to the biblical character of the same name. Yeah. In the Bible, of course, if you don't know your Bible, he dies, and then Jesus brings him back to life. And, of course, let's note that on the third track of the Yeezus album that Kanye dropped, the song is called I Am a God.
Okay. I can see where, especially with the whole K West thing, even though I was kind of playing around, but now I feel like it's just getting to the point where it's just like, okay, Black Star, that was the name of the album. Okay, yes, Kanye is a black man and he's a star, but the whole Lazarus, I Am a God thing, it's just like, I mean, he just named it that song, bro. It ain't that big of a deal.
I don't know, man.
It's weird though. It is weird.
Okay, you know what? When I first read this, I was like, I don't know. Like at first, I was like, this is weird because like, what do they have to do with each other?
You just never think about them
two.
Two
in the same genre of music at all. But then you see these kind of things and the dots start connecting, and you kind of just like, oh man, this is weird. And then
it's definitely weird. That's for sure.
People also pointed out that in 2006, he also posed with a crown of thorns, Kanye West, on the cover of Rolling Stone magazine, furthering the concept of Kanye being a Jesus figure in music, kind of like he's a savior to music. Him being a successor. And so kind of like, what he said in that one song in the Rise and Fall of Ziggy Stardust, he said, that a savior has to be born, kind of like Jesus. But, another weird thing is that 3 days before Bowie's death, Kanye and Sia put out a song called Reaper. Like the Grim Reaper.
That's... Okay, now it's starting to get a little weird.
It's just weird things, but...
Yeah. They probably had nothing to do with it, though.
What does it matter, though? At the end of the day, I mean, it's not like this is like, the government's going to come and kill us. It's not nothing like that. It's just like...
The dots are kind of aligning just a
little bit, right?
Yeah.
And I think that's what is the creepiest thing about most conspiracy theories is that you can kind of start seeing dots align. You're like, oh, man, that actually makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
I think that's where a lot of people fall into the whole, like, man, I think this theory is right. They have evidence. It's right here. The dots connect.
Yeah,
so it must mean it's right.
Yeah, I just would have never thought about David Bowie and Kanye in the same sense.
Yeah, in the same. Yeah, exactly.
And so,
but I mean, I guess the they were both very forward thinking when it came
For sure.
to the
Yeah.
music and
Yeah.
when it came to fashion even.
Yeah,
I will say
definitely.
that. I will say,
Yeah.
Kanye did start kind of a movement, and, of course, David Bowie also did with the way that he carried himself. And,
Yeah.
of course, both of them were kind of really out there.
The whole 5 years thing, though, that's hilarious.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's creepy, but
It is, but I mean, and it's a theory.
yeah, it is.
It's a theory.
Yeah.
So, moving on, we got another theory that is very popular. Everybody knows about this. If you don't know, where have you been? Tupac Shakur's murder.
Yeah, this is a conspiracy that I don't think will ever be solved. I mean, not like conspiracies are ever solved, but I think this, even just the case of the murder, has never been resolved.
No, it's still actually an open case.
Still an open case, which is crazy. And so it's one of those theories, man, where it's just like you will never know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
And so have you ever seen the movie that they did for Tupac that came out a couple years ago?
The All Eyes on Me.
Yeah, did you ever?
I watched most of it.
Yeah.
I didn't get all the way through though.
Yeah, because people didn't think it was a good movie at all. I thought it was good. I think there were some weird parts in it, but they kind of showed the scene of when he was going to the hotel and was fighting, and he went back to the room, and then came back down, went to the car with Suge and got shot. And there's, of course, the car pulled up right next to him.
That white car.
Yeah, the white car pulled up right next to him.
It was a Cadillac, but I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Quote me.
And so it's just like, in my opinion, I feel like Suge Knight had something to do with it. Of course,
feel like Suge did something.
Yeah, I feel like, of course, Suge didn't shoot him because he was driving, but I feel like he had somebody, some of his close homies or whoever, that was trying to plot on him and end up shooting him.
Which is actually one of the many, because when I tell you there are many theories
there's plenty of them
that involve Tupac. I mean, let's just start off from the very beginning, which everybody thought that this made more sense. Even the cops kind of also went with this one. It was so there was that altercation that happened at the fight that they were going to go watch. Mike Tyson, he was boxing or whatever, and it was him and Suge, and they got into this fight with this Crip, which is a gang member, and they that's who they assumed killed him. The cops were even looking into it, but unfortunately, what happened was that Crip, which I don't know his name, he later died in an unrelated gang fight.
So they couldn't.
So he got shot outside of it. So, that kind of just made it cold. Cold case there.
Yeah.
But so that one seems more.
Yeah, I can see that for sure.
That seems more realistic.
Yeah.
But there's, of course, the theory that Biggie Smalls was involved in the shooting. Not directly, but that he had some people that were involved with Biggie Smalls killed him. But that also was not proven at all because he passed 6 months later, which is another reason to kind of add to this whole theory that maybe he did have something involved. They had that whole beef where Biggie dissed Tupac, who shot you, and then you had Tupac with Hit 'Em Up diss track, and so which was a pretty brutal diss track. To this day is one of the most like oof. Yeah, it's like big, just burns. Yeah. But you never know. And they were friends growing up and stuff, not like growing up, but they were they were friends. Tupac was almost like a mentor for a bit for Biggie, and then they started getting into a beef because of the West Coast East Coast thing. Yeah, and of course Biggie was involved with what's his name? Who was his? The dude he was signed to.
Who, Tupac?
No, Biggie.
I don't know the label.
It was gosh, I can't believe he's Puff Daddy.
Yeah, I'm tripping. Diddy.
Yeah. Diddy. And so of course Tupac was signed to Suge Knight's label, Death Row. Yeah. And they did not like each other.
No, rivals for sure.
So there's the Biggie conspiracy, and then there's the Suge Knight.
Suge Knight was crazy, bro. We had to understand that Suge Knight was he was all about the money. You know, of course, he was about the fame.
He was crazy,
but he was crazy. And he's done a lot of things to where, of course, his karma came back and bite him. But I think I can see why Suge Knight was definitely kind of a part of it, because, you know, it was at the point in time where Tupac was ready to leave and start his own thing.
Yeah, that's one of the things that conspiracy theorists talk about, is that Suge Knight knew that Tupac was trying to leave Death Row at the time, and that Tupac was trying to start his own label. And in order to keep Tupac, his masters, the rights to his music and all that stuff, Suge Knight had him killed.
I'm not saying that happened, but I can see
like
why.
It was a drive-by.
Yeah, I can see why it did happen, because, like, Suge Knight, bro, if he would have lost Tupac, that would have been huge for his label.
Yeah, because a lot of people actually think that Suge Knight not only killed Tupac, but also killed Eazy-E and also Biggie Smalls.
I did hear about that conspiracy about Eazy-E.
There's a big conspiracy that Suge Knight is involved in all of those deaths.
Yeah. No, that's crazy.
That's crazy.
That is crazy, especially for Biggie as well. But Eazy-E, I can kind of see that.
What's crazy is it's kind of believable.
It is. Because he's crazy, bro.
Yeah, he's in jail for manslaughter, I think. He ran somebody over and killed them. I think.
He don't care. He doesn't care.
Yeah, I think he legit was psycho.
Yeah, no, he was bro. He was crazy. That's why I'm like,
he was a scary dude.
I'm like, low key, man. Like, Suge Knight was out there trying to finesse people, bro.
Yeah, he was all about his bread. He didn't care how he got it, but he was gonna get it.
Yeah, and they kind of showed him that way in the movie, and you can kind of tell just by what he's done in the past that Suge Knight was like, if Tupac was gonna leave and he was planning on leaving, I can see why Suge Knight was a little pissed about it.
That happened.
Yeah, so I can see why. So I'm not saying that's what happened, but I think that Suge Knight. Yeah.
There's also a conspiracy theory that Suge Knight's wife or ex-wife or something like that, and brother-in-law or something, whoever it is that was his bodyguard, they conspired to kill Suge Knight, and it failed and ended up killing Tupac in the process.
Yeah, I don't
because
know.
They were trying to get control of the label.
I don't know, man. It's gonna always be like
so
this. So
there's so many, but of course there is the this last theory about Tupac that Tupac didn't even die.
Here we go.
He didn't even die.
Didn't his mom say something about that he left quietly or something?
Yeah, that he wanted to leave quietly.
That's a little weird.
And so, you know, a lot of people say that he faked his death and went to live in Cuba, and that there's been sightings of Tupac in Cuba.
I mean, I've seen some pretty close pictures that it looks like him.
I've seen some pictures where it kind of resembles him.
Yeah, but I don't know. That whole fake death thing is kind of weird to me. And it freaks me out.
What's crazy is because there's so many artists that have been said to have died. Yeah. And that people are like, no, he faked his death.
Okay, let me ask you this, though. Do you think there actually is some artists that have faked their death?
I can't honestly.
It's hard.
I don't know, because it's possible. Like, it's possible. You know, these people have lots of money. Why not? You know, you have.
But I feel like somebody's going to, bro, I feel like people in Cuba or whoever are going to know who you are, bro. Like, come on. But now you got to think about it. Witness protection people for real.
Yeah. I mean, they have theories that Elvis never died and that there's been sightings of Elvis, which I'll actually get to. I'll get to later.
Yeah, that was weird.
There's some stuff about Elvis.
Yeah.
Then there's Michael Jackson.
Faked his dad. I don't know, man. Michael dead, man.
They were saying that, I don't know for sure Whitney was dead.
Yeah, Whitney.
There was theories of, dang it, who else is there?
There's a bunch of them too.
Like whenever it involves a celebrity death, I will say this: there is more conspiracies on celebrity death than there is on like the government themselves.
Yeah, no, for sure. People are so worried about people like celebrities so much that they think that they're still alive because it's a mystery. Maybe he just.
I actually watched a documentary on the whole Michael Jackson is still alive.
Yeah,
it was on Netflix, and this lady was like. It was the funniest thing. She was like, he is still alive. And I was like, how did you get a budget for a 3-hour documentary on a man who clearly died?
Yeah, Yeah, I can't.
And
It's too weird for me. I can't do it.
Yeah, it was weird. That's the thing, though. That documentary, I didn't watch all the way through because it was making me feel weird. Like she was talking about him in an almost obsessive way. That kind of made me feel kind of like I don't want to keep watching this because it feels kind of weird.
Yeah.
But of course.
But I'm sorry. That does have me thinking though. I'm like, yo, is there like one or two or a couple, whoever celebrities that are just like still living out here that have passed away? I'm just saying, bro. That kind of makes me think.
They just got to do it like Dave Chappelle and just
dip.
Go to Africa for a little bit.
But people knew that he was.
Want to go.
That's what I'm saying. But people knew that people in Africa knew who he was.
Yeah, and he's still, he was out of the limelight for a long time.
He was. He did dip.
He was just, living life.
He did.
After being under the microscope for so long.
That's for sure. No, I agree.
And I understand, some people think that, artists actually feel that way, in which I would imagine you would feel that way after a while.
Yeah.
But, the whole death thing, kind of ties in a little bit onto the next one because the Illuminati.
Oh, man. I remember.
Everybody thinks that either the artist got killed by the Illuminati or there's actually another theory. They're saying that Tupac got killed by the Illuminati because he was trying to expose them and blah, blah, blah. Oh my gosh, there's just so many. There's so many theories about the Illuminati.
Yeah.
And one of the biggest ones is Beyonce and Jay-Z are like kings.
And king and queen of
the Illuminati. Which if...
I mean, they got money, bro.
They do got money.
They have money, man. And that's the thing. But here's my thing, though. I don't really know that much about the Illuminati. I don't know what they're all about. And so... But the whole pyramid thing, yeah, I mean, come on.
It's a little weird, right?
And there was that phase, bro, where it was just like, I think it was kind of like around high school-ish, but he was always putting that sign up.
Yeah.
And then now he doesn't do it anymore. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, so for those of you who have never heard of the Illuminati or don't really know what the Illuminati is.
For me.
The Illuminati actually was an actual society back in the day. When I mean back in the day, I mean like I want to say like the 1400s or something. I don't know. I might be wrong on the actual date.
Yeah, it's back then.
There was a secret society in which they were kind of really against religion and didn't want to be a part of it. And so their core beliefs were that they believed in self-knowledge, self-improvement, social reform, and free thought, which is not what the modern-day Illuminati is said to be, which the modern-day Illuminati is said to be this kind of organization where they want I can't even pronounce the word.
Totalitarian
government. Freaking
boy, they don't get you.
English. Totalitarian government known as the New World Order, in which one government's going to control everything. And they also say, of course, that the Illuminati worships Satan and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But, one thing they keep pointing out with Jay-Z and Beyonce is that their hand sign thing is very similar to the Illuminati triangle, the all-seeing eye thing. Yeah. And so, it makes sense.
It does. It makes a lot of sense. With they have so much money combined, bro.
They do. They're
basically billionaires. And so it's just like that money, man, and that fame. People sell their souls. That stuff is real. Let's just be honest.
I feel like people actually have tried to sell their souls.
Yeah.
Now, how much they got out of that, I don't know.
Yeah, we will never know. But at the same time, we have to think, okay, money, fame.
They sold themselves to an organization.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a little bit of both, but who knows? Like, we don't know.
Yeah, I mean, there's people say it about every artist, that's big. They say that Justin Bieber is part of the Illuminati. Yeah. They say that, let's see, who else is part of the Illuminati? They say that Eminem is part of the Illuminati. They said that Dr. Dre was part of the Illuminati.
It's a bunch, bro.
Just a bunch of people. Katy Perry. They said, like, and they like point out to all the symbolism that they use in their music videos.
Yeah,
and Rihanna and all that.
But I feel like this was a phase. I think this was a phase where it kind of made sense for a little bit because he was literally putting up the sign.
Yeah,
but I try to think of it in both ways. Rock Nation. Maybe that's just kind of how he wanted to present himself as a leader of what he does, and I can see why it's part of the Illuminati, but nobody really talks about it nowadays. People just kind of gave up on it.
Actually, now they talk about how people are actually reptilians.
Okay, then this is where it gets weird.
So there's conspiracy theories that all these people involved with the Illuminati are actually shape-shifting reptile people that change into reptiles. That's and they're in
lizard
charge
people.
Of the world.
Lizard people.
That lizard people control the world. They say that Barack Obama was a lizard person.
Hey, nah, he's a brother.
They said that the Clintons were part of the reptiles. I'm sure someone has thrown Trump in the reptile thing. They say Justin Bieber is a reptile.
Man, please.
I just like.
Man, that's the thing. People going crazy, bro, with this stuff. Like, celebrities are human beings. Can we push that forward?
I think it's just that, we hold celebrities to such a high stature that we kind of see them as more than people, and it's like they're honestly just the same.
They're just people.
They just got recognized.
They got recognized and they got their fame, and that's cool. That's good for them. They worked hard for that. But that don't mean that they're a reptile or a lizard or something.
Yo,
weird.
Honestly, that is the craziest thing to me is that people out there, legit, there's been like scientists who have done like all these like polls,
bro,
where like they have actually polled people and asked them, do you believe that there is a secret society of reptile people that are in charge of the world? And I think it was in like 2013 or something. I forgot what year it was, but they polled the U.S. and they said that about 4% of people, 4%, man, that's still a big number of people, think that the reptiles are real. That not reptiles are real, but that reptilian people are real.
Bro, come on, no.
They also
people are bored nowadays, bro. They're gonna do anything to find out.
They probably also believe that the moon is made out of cheese.
Something like that, bro. Yeah, like people just be bored, dog.
Yeah, it's crazy. So, moving on, we got a little bit more of theories here for you guys.
Okay, so I've never heard of this. I'm kind of curious to what it's about because I actually like that song, but I had to stop listening to it because
so
I don't know.
There is a conspiracy out there that they say that Hotel California is about worshiping Satan.
That's weird.
And if you look at the album cover for Hotel California, they say that there is like the leader of the satanic church is in the picture somewhere.
What?
Here, I'll show you. Yeah, people say that legit. Here, let me see. Where is it at? Right here. So, dang it. Why did it take me here? Oh, come on. But it's up there. That you see that?
Yeah.
See that face? So we'll put it on screen.
That's weird.
Put it on screen. There's a face right here, and they say that is the leader of the satanic church.
Boy, heck nah, dog.
Yeah, so they say that Hotel California is about worshiping Satan. I don't know, like, exactly what other than that they're trying to say. But I think someone has said that if you listen to it backwards, it says, like, a bunch of creepy stuff.
Yeah, but I mean, it's playing backwards, though.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like gibberish.
Yeah.
Right?
That's weird, though. Okay, wait. Hotel California is by, is it that song?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm thinking, I'm making sure.
Is that one?
Okay, I'm making sure I'm not tripping.
Yeah, so it's saying that Hotel California, the basic premise is that the song is about the Christian church that was abandoned or otherwise vacated in 1969. Was taken over by the occultic group, usually Satan worshippers. For some unknown reason, it became known as the Hotel California.
Mm-mm.
Further rumors have it that the Eagles are Satan worshippers and that Satan appears in the window at the Hotel California album jacket.
Heck nah,
which
bro.
is that little thing that I showed you.
Bro, do you think it's pretty legitimate?
No, it's fake.
Offer.
It's fake. It's fake.
You shut that down real quick.
It's fake. They've actually...
Bro, that look like the devil in that picture.
It did, right? It's creepy. But they actually have, like, the rumors because they actually said that was a paid actress.
What do you mean?
Like, that's a paid actress that they got.
That was in the back?
Yeah.
Oh.
But at the same time, it's like...
Why is she in the back, though?
Why, though?
Why is she chilling like that?
Why do that?
People weird, bro.
I don't know, but...
Whatever,
so,
man.
anyways, people, they say that it's false. Sure.
I don't know, man.
It's still weird to me. I still kind of get creeped out listening to the song because, like, I think about it and I think about, like, people saying that this has this meaning.
Yeah, like, yeah. It's going to make you think.
It kind of makes you think.
Okay. The next one, bro.
The next one.
Stevie Wonder.
Has me rolling, dog.
Hey, low key. Okay, all right. So, yeah, next one is Stevie Wonder blind, bro? Is Stevie Wonder blind,
That is the
man.
theory that people are asking is the conspiracy theorists think that Stevie Wonder is not blind.
Okay, before I even answer that question, I know he had a chance. I think he said something about that, yeah, he could see if he wanted to. He could have had the surgery for it or whatever for his eyes, but
I've not heard of that.
He didn't want to. He said he lived all of his life being who he is. Why should he change it now? And so, yeah, he had a chance to, get his vision back. All that money, he gonna find a way.
Probably. That's true.
But he decided not to. And so, but with that said, I think the brother can see a little bit. I think he can see some.
You can see some?
I think he can see some, bro.
Honestly, I feel like that's more true than him being completely blind. Because there's videos of him doing stuff that I would say 99% of blind people don't do. There's a video of him catching a mic stand that was tipped over by Paul McCartney at some show. I forgot what it was.
That's the thing. How do you know this? How do you know it's coming to you?
That's what it's weird because like he catches it like as soon as it's falling.
Yeah, he's in the mode like, hey, like he knew it was coming.
And there's pictures of him taking pictures, like literally him taking pictures of stuff, and it's like, Stevie Wonder, what are you doing with the camera, dog?
Yeah, bro, you don't even know what the button is. Let me stop. Let me stop. And, I like Stevie, man.
Yeah, I got love for Stevie, but he's also a regular at basketball games.
That's what I'm saying.
Sits courtside.
So all right. Okay. I want to know though, is he moving his head back and forth?
Because he's scoping out the
like, bro. I want to know it, that too, but I want to see him at a tennis match, bro. Then that's really like.
Yo,
then
we need to put this theory to the test.
Then we need to see.
We need you at a tennis match.
Hey,
bro.
so when they had the Wimbledon next, bro, I need to call him up, bro, and be like, hey, bro, I want to take you to the Wimbledon match.
Yeah.
And see how he does because if he's moving back and forth,
if he's following that,
I'm taking the glasses off, bro. I'm like, boy, we don't get your Yeah.
Yeah. So is Stevie Wonder blind?
That was bad. That shouldn't be that. I'm 50-50, bro.
Yeah, I'll give it. I'll say this one has more validity.
I think.
So then we're gonna come back to Elvis, and is Elvis still alive? I mean, I'll be honest. I don't know much things about Elvis. I wasn't a big Elvis fan growing up. My parents didn't listen to any of that kind of stuff. So, people say they kept seeing Elvis after he passed away.
That's weird.
And his tombstone is spelled wrong. It's not his name.
That's weird.
So that's weird.
That's weird.
Also, according to some people who found him, there's a 600-page file on Elvis by the FBI documenting Elvis's movements past his death date.
I'm shook.
So they're saying that Elvis was doing things after he died, and the FBI was keeping track of it.
I'm shook.
That's
weird. Yeah, that's really weird. You don't see nothing. Tupac, you don't really see something like that. But this is more like, okay, Low key, it's a little creepy, bro, because the FBI is on top of it too.
Yeah, that's what's weird to me.
And the
is
whole
that the FBI is involved.
Yeah, bro, I hate conspiracy so much
Because then it
so,
makes you start
yeah,
questioning
it's
everything.
it's like, bro, low key, like it's true, but then it's not. But then it's like, dang, low key, I want to believe it, but I'm like, nah, stop. Like that's how conspiracy is gonna always be, bro. I can't do it. I just can't do it. Let the man die. Let him rest in peace. But low key, I'm like, man, he might be out there chilling, bro, somewhere.
Yeah, apparently Elvis still out there kicking it. I mean, I don't know how old he would
probably
be
kicking
now.
it with Tupac. Let me
In
stop.
Cuba?
Probably they probably chilling,
Yeah.
having mimosas and stuff.
With Michael Jackson?
Stop, bro. Don't do that. Michael, he rest in peace, Mike.
So then, if you guys don't know who 3-6 Mafia is,
3-6 Mafia.
They're a rap group that was from the South.
Mm-hmm.
They put out really weird. I don't want to say weird. They put out very dark music early in their career that was classified under horrorcore rap, which is like very like violent,
Yeah,
obscene. Like
Okay.
they just talk about a lot of gross stuff.
yeah.
But a lot of people think that 3-6 Mafia sold their souls and that they worship the devil.
Okay, I remember we talked about this a while back, and I never even thought about this. Something very simple, but in their name, 3-6 Mafia, 666.
Yeah, I literally did not think of that until I remember the day that I remembered because I was at a Burlington coat factory.
What you doing at Burlington, boy?
And you know how they be selling, like, they used to sell like shirts, like graphic shirts, graphic tees and stuff like that. I remember I saw one that was exactly like a 3-6 Mafia shirt, like they had all the skulls, like the ghost skulls, and they were green. I remember I was thinking, and I was like, that reminds me of 3-6 Mafia. And then I kept thinking, 3-6. I'm like,
That's
666.
weird. That's weird, bro.
I'm like, what the heck?
Yeah,
this
I
whole
didn't,
time?
all this time I didn't know. I had a lot of homies that listen to 3-6 Mafia, and you just say it and you don't even think about it. But then you really put into perspective. It's like, yo, 3-6, 666. It's like, yo, what the heck? It's weird. Yeah, it's weird.
It's weird.
It's weird.
And their first album cover, they have someone crucified on it.
It's weird, dog. Oh,
I don't know, man. They actually, and then one of the members of 3-6 Mafia passed away, and they said that another member sacrificed them in order to please their God or
what the
Satan
heck?
or whoever they belong to. It's a theory.
What
it's a theory.
the heck? It's weird.
He did die, but it's a theory that he was sacrificed. That he didn't just die; he was sacrificed.
What, bro? Nah, okay.
That's weird.
It's creepy, dog. I can't do it.
I don't know. But to kind of wrap this up,
Yeah.
our last conspiracy here is gonna be about Bob Marley.
See, I honestly I don't even know that much about Bob Marley. But I'm very curious about what a conspiracy would be about him because I've heard a lot. I've heard that he, CIA's behind it, whoever. So I'm very curious, bro, because I think this is a conspiracy that people don't really talk about as much.
No, I honestly had not even heard about this conspiracy until I started looking into it and stuff. So the conspiracy is that the CIA killed Bob Marley.
Probably he's about to tell the truth.
Yep, a lot of people believe this because, the CIA actually was going to get involved in the election in Jamaica at one point, and Bob Marley was very much against like all this stuff going on. He was very much about peace and love, and but a lot of people believe that the CIA killed him because of his who he was. Kind of like he was part of a movement kind of thing.
Yeah.
So even the official account of Bob Marley's death is pretty weird. He died in May 1981 after a toe injury from a soccer match revealed a lesion under the nail. He was diagnosed with malignant melanoma, and Marley refused to have the toe amputated. The cancer spread throughout Marley's body, eventually killing him. So that's kind of weird already.
Yeah.
You know, he died after a toe injury that revealed cancer.
Yeah, it's a little weird,
It's a little weird. So conspiracy theories say that it wasn't that simple, that the CIA supposedly set their sights on Marley, whose growing influence and message of peace went against their goals. So the son of former CIA director William Colby reportedly gave Marley a pair of boots adapted with a poison-coated copper wire near the toe. Some believe that Marley tried on the boots and inadvertently sealed his demise. So basically, he tried on the shoes, the little poison-coated copper wire cut him and killed him. So others believe that the CIA had already tried to take Marley out with sharpshooters who missed their target. Marley had in fact survived the 1976 assassination attempt by 3 gunmen at his home in Jamaica.
Oh.
So not only has there been already an assassination attempt, then there comes out with the thing that he died from this weird injury that revealed cancer.
They revealed cancer, bro. That's so weird,
Isn't
dog.
that weird?
That's weird, bro. I would have never thought about it that way, but that's interesting, bro, because the CIA they be on some stuff, man.
I mean, it's, to me, the reason that this one kind of is a little worrisome and kind of like, okay, there's maybe some legitimacy to it, is because the CIA has done weird stuff like this before, where they've actually attempted to kill people in certain ways where it was just like, why?
Yeah, bro.
Like, they tried to kill Fidel Castro with like a poisoned cigar, I think.
Yeah.
They try to do, there's some stuff that I'm like, I think about the government and I think about, you know what, who cares?
Yeah.
Who cares about them? And then
yeah,
I see stuff that
like
CIA has done, and I'm like,
it doesn't help for sure.
I'm gonna do my taxes. Don't worry,
I got you, IRS. I promise.
I'm gonna do my taxes. Please don't come after me.
That's weird. Conspiracies, man. They always do this to me, bro. They got my mind spinning.
They get you itchy, right?
They got my mind spinning.
Bro, they make me feel some type of way.
They do, man.
So conspiracies always get me kind of thinking.
No, for sure.
I don't know. Are these things out of the realm of possibility?
Who knows? We never know.
I don't know. Maybe not. Probably.
Yeah.
I mean, who knows? Anything is possible, right?
It is.
I think.
It
maybe.
is. It
except reptile people.
Yeah,
That's
see
not
stuff like that.
possible.
Yeah.
See stuff like that. I'm just like,
yeah, bro.
excuse me, sir. You need to see a specialist.
Yeah, you need to go to the doctor, bro. Get checked on because you got some issues. You ain't a reptile, but you got some issues.
Yeah, what is going on with that? I don't know.
Yeah, so we hope you guys enjoyed the top conspiracies in music. I know it's weird and still weird for me. It's still.
We might come back and revisit this. There's all sorts of different conspiracies, but these were some of the ones that we ran into that we thought were the most interesting at the time.
So let us know what you guys think about what are some conspiracies that we don't know about.
Yeah, what are some conspiracy theories that you know about that we didn't talk about?
Or let us know what you think about the conspiracy that we talked about. And we want your opinions because this is all opinion based. Like we don't know.
We don't know. This is all stuff that
it's crazy though. It is.
You know, people really be out here.
Yeah.
Some people dedicate their lives to this
conspiracies, man. So we want to know because I'm just curious because there's so much in here that my mind is like low key, but nah. So thank you guys for all the love and support, and we'll be back at it with another episode on the Choppin It Up podcast.
All right.
And we out here.
See you guys next week.
Peace.